she looked at me and said, "Let's take a break." Just like that, no fight, no warning, no tears. Just words tossed out like a grenade, leaving silence in their wake. In that instant, it hit me. Everything we had built, every memory we'd made, clearly meant far less to her than I believed. She wanted a break. But what she didn't realize was that I was about to show her what a real break looked like. We had been together nearly 5 years. I thought we were steady. Not flawless, sure, but solid. We laughed together. We traveled. We dreamed about the future. At least I thought we did. It was a Thursday night when she finally said it. We were supposed to be packing for our cruise, a trip we'd booked months ago. I was buzzing with excitement. She was strangely quiet, distracted. Then she sat me down and delivered it like a scripted line. "I think we should take a break." I stared at her, waiting for some kind of joke. A break from what? We hadn't been fighting. Nothing was falling apart. But the look in her eyes told me all I needed to know. She wasn't confused, she wasn't hesitant. She had already checked out. "Why?" was all I managed to ask. I shrugged. "I just need space to figure out what I want." Those words cut deeper than any screaming match could have. Space. We had space. We had time. What she really wanted was freedom, from me, from us. I didn't argue. I didn't plead. I wasn't going to give her the satisfaction of watching me crumble. I simply nodded, stood up and said, "Okay. Take your space." But inside I was already planning. That cruise wasn't refundable, and there was no way I was letting her keep it. If she wanted space, she could have it, sitting at home alone. 'Cause I was still going. And I wasn't going by myself. That's where her best friend came in. To be clear, I hadn't schemed this from the start. Her best friend, let's call her Emily, had always been around. She was the one who actually listened when my girlfriend tuned out. The one who remembered my birthday when my girlfriend forgot. We weren't especially close, but there had always been something. When word got around that we were on a break, Emily sent me a message. "I'm sorry she did that to you. You don't deserve it." I stared at the text for a long while. Maybe it was just kindness. Maybe it was sympathy. But to me it felt like an opening. I typed back, "Thanks. Funny thing, I've got a cruise ticket with her name on it. Want to come instead?" I expected her to laugh it off. Instead, after a long pause, she replied, "When do we leave?" The morning of the trip, my girlfriend, no, my ex, texted me. "Are you still going?" She probably assumed I'd cancel. Instead, I sent her a photo of me and Emily standing on the ship's deck, drinks in hand, the ocean stretching endlessly behind us. No caption needed. 3 dots appeared. She was typing. Then they vanished. Came back. Vanished again. In the end, she didn't send a single word. And that silence, it tasted better than any speech I could have prepared. On the cruise, Emily and I felt the awkwardness at first. We both knew the elephant in the room. But as the days passed, things shifted. We laughed. We explored new cities. We danced under the stars. She listened to me in a way my ex never had. She looked at me like I mattered. One night, with the waves softly breaking against the hull, Emily turned to me and said, "You know, she never deserved you." I should have brushed it off. But instead I admitted, "I don't think I realized how unhappy I was until now." She smiled, and in that moment, I realized this trip wasn't about revenge anymore. It was about rediscovery, about recognizing that I had been settling for far less than I deserved. When we returned home, my ex finally broke her silence. She showed up at my apartment, red-eyed and trembling. "You took her. My best friend. How could you?" I looked straight at her and said, "You wanted a break. I just took one." She froze, mouth open, no words coming out. She had expected me to sit around waiting, to keep quiet while she figured things out. What she hadn't expected was that I would move on before she did, and with the one person she thought was untouchable. To be clear, Emily and I didn't run off into some fairy tale ending. We didn't get married. We didn't promise forever. But that cruise changed something in me. It reminded me I wasn't invisible, that I still mattered, that I deserved love, attention, and respect. And my ex. She was left with the wreckage she'd created. Her best friend stopped speaking to her. Her pride was shattered. The woman who thought she could shelve me and come back whenever it suited her discovered the hard way that I wasn't waiting. She said, "Let's take a break." She thought that meant she was in control. What it really meant was giving me permission to walk away. And when I did, I didn't just walk, I sailed. With her best friend by my side.